Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and for this episode I'm going to be talking about the differences between what we used to call one-to-one aids for your student on the spectrum. Now there's a wide variety of different services now, and depending on your state, most of them are called certain things, but generally there is a TSS, a BSc, a paraeducator, or a one-to-one, depending on which way you call it, and also a PCA. So I want to tell you the difference between them so you might be able to choose more wisely or what might fit your student better. The first one is a TSS. A TSS is a therapeutic support staff, and that is usually from an outside agency. They're usually connected to a nursing establishment or sometimes a hospital, and the TSS also has a behavioral specialist consultant, which is a BSc. A TSS and a BSc not only go into the school to help your child on the spectrum, but they also come to your home. So if you're having difficulty with maybe tantrums at the house or coming up with a schedule, a TSS and a BSc will divide their time between home and school. But let me stress this, a TSS and a BSc are only there for behaviors. They are not there for academics. So that is something to consider. If that is your primary concern, is the behaviors or the tantrums or the sensory items, then I would suggest a TSS and a BSc. What you also need to know about a TSS and a BSc is you do not need to have school approval to get this. You actually go to your family doctor or your psychiatrist, and they actually can give you a script for this service. So this service is separate from the school. Now, you will have to go to your school and have approval for these individuals to come into the classroom, but generally speaking, they will be glad to help and actually help you arrange this services for your son or daughter, just so that they are running smoothly within the classroom. Now, the other two are for academic purposes plus some behaviors, but they're only for school. The first one is a PCA. That's a personal care assistant. The personal care assistant will help with behaviors, academics, even toileting if possible if they need it, or even feeding if they have a difficult time feeding. So that's a PCA, and that is through the school, and it needs to be on your IEP at the school age level. Those are hired usually through the school district or their agency that they hire through. And you can actually be in those interviews if you choose to do so, or have some input or questions for the school district to provide for those interviews. The other option is a one-to-one paraeducator. A one-to-one paraeducator is generally just for academics. If your son and daughter is actually doing quite well behaviorally, a one-to-one can actually just be there to help guide or prompt them through the academic portion of their school day. So those are the differences between a TSS and a BSc. Remember, they can be at home and at school. It's a private organization. Or you can have a one-to-one paraeducator or a PCA. Hopefully that clears things up for you, and this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode, and make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.